Unit 1, Week 2. This is the practice activity used in Week 2, and it is for us to use GIMP and get started working with file editing. At this point, I hope you have been able to download GIMP or another image editing software like GIMP. This practice activity has no grade, but you will have to do this for a grade next week, so make sure you can practice it. Email me if you have any questions. This is Ms. Glass. The purpose of this activity is to download the image editing software and actually use it on your computer, and then open a photo in GIMP. Usually photos will have a JPEG file format that we're going to be working with, and we'll want to change the JPEG format to a GIMP .xcf file format. This is so you can protect the image from JPEG compression, and we'll talk more about that next week. Finally, the purpose is to show you how to reduce the overall size of an image, the height and width of an image. So the first thing we want to do is locate that image that we're going to be opening up. And I'm going to double click on my file folder and point out there's my original file that I put on my desktop. I took it with my smartphone, I uploaded it to my email, and now I have placed it in the folder on my desktop, the class folder on the desktop, called IMED 1301 Digital Media. Alright, and this is the JPEG file that came right out of my camera. Alright, I'm going to close that because we know where it is. I'm going to open up GIMP. Alright, I have GIMP open. There's big blank window that is the interface for GIMP, and to the left is a toolbar. At the very top is the GIMP main menu. Alright, now I'm going to go up to File, Open, and I'm going to choose, when I clicked on that, I got probably a look at my desktop files. I chose desktop files, and then I see my folder. These icons look more like documents, but they are really folders. GIMP doesn't cost. It's free, so it doesn't have all the wonderful features that Photoshop does, but it does work just fine. Double click on the icon and double click on Photos. That's the photo folder, and let's choose the image, and I'll click Open, and I'll click Rotate, and there it is. Now the first thing I want to do is save this image as a GIMP file. It's still a JPEG file, and I want to save it as a GIMP file. File, Save As, and already it knows what I want to do, and it has added the XCF. It is no longer a JPEG file format. I want to give it the same naming convention that we talked about last week. So for me, that would be my first name initials, RA. If I could type RA-GLAS dash, and I'm going to put it's lesson 1A, so then I'll put a dash, and then I'll put blog, and the final file extension is XCF. Alright, and so then it's going to save it into the same folder. Up here it says, shows you the path to the folder, so it's the folder on the desktop. There's my digital media folder, and then here's the photos folder, and it will save it right in there. Let's click Save. Okay, now if I want to take a look at that folder, Click Photos. There it is. There's my new GIMP file inside the photo folder. All right, we're doing good. All right, now what I would like to do is reduce the file size. So I'm going up to Image. I'm going down to Scale Image. Take a quick look at this box. Inside it, it says width 960, height 1280. I'm going to change the height to say 400. I'm going to click on the chain right here to the right, and if I click it back, it's fine. When it is chained together, it means it's going to make the two values proportional. So you only change one, and it will make the other one change, but it will be in proportion, or it will constrain the images to have values that go together. So if I change just to 400, it'll make the width, 400 to height, it'll make the width come to a proportional size that matches. I'm going to click down here in the bottom right hand box and click on Scale. Now my image has been reduced in size. I want to save it as a new file name so that I still have the old file name in the large size and the new file name with the smaller size. So I'm going to go say File, Save As, and I can change that name to blog-version VS2. And click and save. All right, so now inside of my folder I have two files, two GIMP files. Version 1 should be the larger size image, and version 2 should be the smaller 400 by 300 pixel size. And that is where we leave it today. I'm going to also tell you that we'll come back in another video and I'll show you how to export it out as back to a JPEG file format so that you can use it in your blog.